And what the hell is this little witch doing here? Why did you bring her back into this house? I threw her out. What is she doing here?
She's staying in this house. She's carrying my child.
Frank, are you even listening to yourself? This girl came to ruin my house, my home, and you didn't have the nerve to open mouth to say that she's carrying your child, like you accepted it.
Yes, and you heard me right, because that's the truth. You don't expect me to throw my own child to the streets.
Would you rather throw me out of the house?
I am not saying you should go out of the house, but I mean, we can live together.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I am not going to share the same roof with this idiot. I won't do that. Never!
Then if you don't want to do that, that is the door. You can go out. But as I told you before, and I'm telling you again, she is carrying my child and she goes nowhere. But if you decide to leave this house, you are free and you're on your own.
Frank, did you just open your mouth to ask me to leave my house? Like my house, as I should leave my house.
Look, I am not saying you should leave the house. But since you're saying you can't stay with us, I mean, do you expect me to stay separate from my own child? That won't happen now. You know that.
Did you? Look, you're just winking at me. You're winking at me. Let me finish this girl. Let me finish this little witch.
Are you alright?
No, I'm not.
Are you crazy?
I'm crazy. I'm going crazy.
You think I'm gonna allow you to touch a woman that's carrying my precious child? You must be sick.
Wow, Frank. Wow.
What?
So you just switched sides like that? Huh?
Look, I didn't switch any side. I am just telling you that, look, Anita, I can live with you and I'll never leave you. But as for beauty here that's carrying my precious child.
God will punish you! God will punish you! God will punish you!
Go inside.
Go
inside!
Inside, we'll come back there. She goes nowhere. Look, I still have to talk with you.
There is nothing you're going to tell her. She's carrying our precious child. You should be appreciative. You should tell her thank you. Beauty stays in this house and that is final. If you try to do anything stupid or even dream about going close or touching her or my child, tears will be the last thing that you see from your face. Be warned.
Come here. What exactly did you say to my husband that made him bring you back into this house? Talk to me. What did you tell him?
He is your husband, right? So why not go and ask him? Talk to him. Why are you asking me?
Watch your mouth.
Or are you guys not communicating?
Beauty, like I said before, watch your mouth.
You watch your mouth. Do you hear me? Watch your mouth, because I am not going to back down. It is my right to have him, and I will have him. So if you are not comfortable with sharing, you just back off. It's very simple. Rubbish.
I used my hands. I went outside. And I brought in a witch.
Why do you keep following me like a shadow? Or are you my PA?
Beauty, forget all the madness and the ranting I did downstairs right now. Why are you doing what you're doing? Tell me, when did you become so ungrateful? When did you become this much ungrateful that you are ready to drag space with me, your mother?
Stop giving yourself that title. Because being a mother goes beyond just giving birth, which I know you didn't give birth to me. There are things you do for a child that makes her feel loved and acknowledge you as a mother. But what did you do for me? Yes, you gave me this roof over my head. And so what? I paid for everything.
You know why I'm staring at you laughing? You accepted, you acknowledged that I gave you this roof over your head. And remember something, if I had not picked you by the roadside, inside the dustbin on that, I won't say it's a beautiful day anymore because it is a cursed day for me, you would have died. You would have died. This mouth you're using to sharp, run, exchange words with me, you wouldn't have gotten this mouth. Only God knows where you would have been. But you have the nerves to exchange words with me.
It would have been better. It would have been better than living this life with you people. Eh? What's even the difference between my mother who dumped me and me? Hers is even better because at least she gave me life. But me, I keep killing the children in my womb. Why? Just to satisfy your husband's needs. Now you find out, instead of you to stand for me as your daughter, you are here seeing me as your rival. Doesn't that make you useless and senseless?
How?
Don't you ever in your life raise your hands at me again for as long as we share this space. Because if you try it, I will make sure I destroy you and this family. So don't try it again.
Are you trying to scare me? Like, you're trying to scare me? Beauty, you want to scare me? I won't be scared of you. I can't get scared of you. No, you can't threaten. You can't frighten me. You can't do that.
Then respect your space and respect mine. Do not come near me again.
If it's the last thing I do before I leave this world, I must make sure that I, Anita, threw you out of this house. Bet me. You. Sure, I will crush you. You see the way you are? I'll bend you. Ah! I will bend you!
Try me!
It's Frank that caused this nonsense.
Your hands are not clean either. So if I decide to mess this up, you and your husband will be in jail. Rubbish.
Barrister, all I want is to send that girl out of my house. I expect you to support me, not the story you're telling me right now. What do you mean? I mean, what is it? What are you saying right now?
Listen, I can help you. I can help you open the case. I can pursue the case, but at the end of the day, you and your husband are the ones that are going to lose this case.
So are you saying that if we take this case to court, we are going to lose this case? Is that what you're saying?
First, what your husband did is a crime, punishable by law if reported by this girl. And if this girl opens her mouth and talks about all the things your husband did, you and your husband are finished.
Why me? I mean, why me?
Do not also forget that when you picked up this girl from the gutters like you claimed, right? You didn't file any report and you took her in. You didn't even say a word to the police. Nothing. That in itself is a crime. So if you want to pursue this case, all this in itself will come to limelight by the end of the day. This case is going to turn against you. And if this girl is able to prove that you yourself are aware of what your husband has been doing to her, your case is going to be worse. So, Anita, my advice is do nothing. Just do nothing. anything you do right now is going to mess you up for good. That's all I have to say to you.
It's okay. I'll think about it. I'll talk to you later.
Hey,
Lawrence.
hey, Jesse.
It's good to see you. We don't get to see your face around.
Same here. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. You know, with this situation on hand, I think one has to leave the comfort zone and be here, right?
So you know of the things happening in this house, and you kept quiet. Wow. All right. Today it makes you an accomplice.
Excuse me?
Your friend couldn't have been doing all this behind your back.
What if he did?
Okay, so when you found out, what did you do? You gave him a pat on his shoulder.
Jesse, I choose my battles wisely.
Wow. That translates to you knowing all these things happening in this house and you just folded your arms. You didn't do anything. We are supposed to fight for this girl.
Okay. Listen. The situation at hand is tricky and one has to be careful. Okay? But I remember I warned my friend that if anything happens to that girl, I will make sure he pays.
If anything happens, so we have to wait for something to happen to that girl? Is that what you're saying? We'll just fold our arms and wait till something happens to that girl. Are you even listening to yourself?
Jesse, this battle, as I said, is tricky. Look, what if Beauty doesn't want to fight? What if we pick up the fight at the end and say, hey, I don't want this fight? What are we going to do?
Listen, it is not in Beauty's position to decide whether we fight or not. We are adults. Beauty is just a minor. And besides, this crime is a heinous one, punishable by law. So what are you saying?
So are you indirectly saying that I should go against my friend?
Oh, well, if I were you, I'll go against my friend. Yes, in fact, presently now, I'll go against Anita because I understand what that girl has been through. And I even heard she wants to, marry Frank, So,
Why would she want to marry Frank? Her life will be ruined totally.
her life is already ruined. Yes, she might as well want to be with the father of the child.
Oh. So, what do we do?
What do we do? I'm waiting for you to call the shots. Yes, I am waiting. Trust me, I will fight for that girl. I will drag Frank in the mud. I'm just waiting for you. I need to know where you stand, so... Hello? You're still thinking about it, right? I know. I know your friendship is more important than that little girl that has nobody to fight for her. I know. Anyways, pick a team and make the call. I guess I'll leave you to it. Food for thoughts. Do have a lovely day.